hope everyone's doing really well, and welcome to the new bubble that are starting school today in Matisse class. Today we are continuing with our lesson on Tom and the Island of Dinosaurs. Today we are writing a letter. So please can you write the long date, Tuesday the 16th of June 2020, and the LI to write an informal letter. For today's lesson you will need your workbook, a story map, your pencil, your purple pen or pencil for corrections, and if you want you can download the letter template on the Grange website, or you could just write the letter directly into your workbook. There once was a boy called Tom who lived with his grandfather in an old lighthouse at the edge of the sea. Between them, Tom and his grandfather took care of the lighthouse. On stormy days and moonless nights they would light the lamp to show passing ships where the rocks were. On sunny days they would go fishing together, and Tom's grandfather would tell him wonderful stories of faraway lands and sea monsters. Tom loved his grandfather and the lighthouse very much, but sometimes he longed to sail the wide grey seas in search of adventure. One day Tom saw something glinting among the wet pebbles on the seashore. It was an old bottle chipped and covered with seaweed, with a message inside. "Help! I'm shipwrecked on a faraway island. There are dinosaurs here and a smoking volcano. Please come before it's too late. Help! Thank you, from Katie." Tom rushed home with the message. "Oh, poor girl," said his grandfather. "She's in terrible trouble." He looked worried. "But what can we do? We can't leave the lighthouse. If a storm blows up, we'll have to light the lamp." "Don't worry, grandfather," said Tom. "I'll rescue her." So here is the story map that we created. Can you pause the video and retell the story to your adult? And you've also got your story map that you started yesterday. So well done if you were able to retell the story. Know that Tom is going to rescue Katie alone, but what could Tom's grandfather do to help Katie? Pause the video and think of some things that he could do with your adult. So I thought that Tom's grandfather could write her a letter to let Katie know that Tom is on his way to rescue her, because she's probably very frightened on her own with the dinosaurs and the smoking volcano. So Tom's grandfather has sent us a message. "Hello Year 1, your rescue plans were brilliant yesterday. I need your help again. I would like to write a letter to Katie, who is shipwrecked on a faraway island. She said that there are dinosaurs and a smoking volcano. It must be very scary and dangerous. I hope she is okay. Please can you help me write a letter to Katie to let her know that Tom is on his way to rescue her? I think it might make her feel better." So can we do that, Year 1? Why do we write letters? We write them to communicate with people. We write them to invite people to your house or party. So a party invitation is a type of letter. We write to them to praise people for something. So if you've been out somewhere and you thought something was really good, maybe you could write them a letter to let them know how you felt. To tell someone what you have been doing. To tell someone that something will be happening. So that's what we're going to do. We are writing a letter to Katie to let her know that Tom is coming. What are the features of a letter? So in the top right corner, so up here, you would write the address of who's sending it. So if you were writing the letter to someone, you would write your address. If Tom's grandfather is writing it, you will write his address, because we will be pretending to be Tom's grandfather. Write the date underneath. Then you're writing a greeting like "Dear Katie." Write an introduction, and then write your main letter with more details, an ending sentence, and with "from" or "best wishes" and your name to sign it off. So here is an example. 48 Lighthouse, Stripey Road, Edge of the Sea, England. That's Tom's granddad's address, but you can make it up. Tuesday the 16th of June 2020, there's our date. "Dear Katie, I am Tom's grandfather and I am writing to tell you that we found your message in a bottle. I hope you are safe. Tom has made a plan to rescue you and he is on his way. Tom is flying to the faraway island in a gigantic red hot air balloon, so you might see him when he gets closer. Tom is young, small, and has short, wavy brown hair. When he finds you, please can you climb the rope into the hot air balloon? Then you will be away from the dangerous dinosaurs and boiling hot volcano. I am excited to meet you when you get back to our tall, beautiful lighthouse at the edge of the sea. We can go fishing on sunny days, and you can help us turn on the bright lamp. Please try to stay away from danger until Tom gets to the island. Best wishes, Tom's grandfather. So this is an example letter that I wrote. So here we have the sender's address, so Tom's grandfather's address. So because you were pretending to be Tom's grandfather, when you write your letter later, you need to write an address for him. You can use mine, or you can make up another address for the lighthouse. Then you need the date, your greeting, dear Katie, your introduction sentence. So I said, I am Tom's grandfather and I'm writing to tell you that we found your message in a bottle. I hope you are safe. Tom has made a plan to rescue you and he is on his way. So that's to tell Katie what your letter is about. Then can you finish the rest of your letter? That's the more details main letter part. Your ending sentence, so for example, please try to stay away from danger until Tom gets to the island. And then your best wishes, or from, and your name. So remember, you're not writing your own name today. You're going to write Tom's grandfather because we are pretending to be Tom's grandfather. Now here is your letter checklist. So we need your sender's address at the top in the right corner, your date underneath the address, your greeting, dear Katie, your introduction sentence to let her know what the letter is about, the main part of your letter to let her know that Tom is on his way, your ending sentence, and from or best wishes, and then granddad, Tom's granddad. So remember what we've got to do today. We have got to help Tom's grandfather write a letter to Katie to let him know that Tom is on his way to rescue her. So in your main part of your letter, maybe you could let her know the rescue plan, or let her know what Tom looks like so that she knows who it is when he arrives. And if you are in Mrs. Coker and Miss Thurlow's phonics group, this is your first activity. So here we have an example letter. Can you label the different features of the letter with these labels? So where's the ending sentence? Where's the greeting? Where is the more detailed section? The sender's address, introduction sentence, the date and best wishes, and the name. So this is on the Grange website and you can print it and cut and stick the labels, or you could write it out in your book. Mrs. Coker and Miss Thurlow's phonics group, when you have finished that, you can move on to this activity to write your own letter from Tom's grandfather to Katie. This is also your activity if you are in my phonics group. Remember to add your address up here in the top right corner. Dear Katie, I am writing to tell you, that's your introduction sentence starter, the main part of your letter, and remember to finish it with best wishes or from Tom's grandfather. Remember to use the checklist to make sure that you have all of the features of a letter. If you are in Miss Zadie or Mrs. Meta's phonics group, please can you write a letter to Katie from Tom's grandfather. Remember to use the checklist to make sure that you have everything included with all of the features, and try to use or est words, for example, the tallest lighthouse, and try to use an exclamation mark. When you have finished and checked that you have all of the features of a letter, please can you use your purple pen to check for any mistakes or how you could maybe write your letter to be even better. Now it's time for our shout-outs. We have a lot today because I was very, very impressed with our retells last week. So, well done to George, well done to Tiana, well done to Reese, well done to Yusuf, well done to Kainat, well done to Keshav, well done to Gloria, well done Kritika, brilliant work Abigail, lovely work Omar, and amazing neat work Aditi, lovely work from Zosha. Now please can you remember to send your work to the Year 1 email address, and can you send your end of year report comments to your teacher if you have not done that already. It's really important that we have those now. I hope you all have a lovely day and I'll see you tomorrow.